second. You guys are being my test to see what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Facebook today. It looks like there's something going on. It never figures. It's always something. Let me see what we can do. Let me try something. Oh, that's right. I don't want in here. Okay, hang tight. I don't want that. Trying to pull up YouTube so I can actually see our comments. Let me go in here on my tablet and see if I can see you. I don't see anybody there, so that's what concerns me. That's what concerns me. I'm looking on YouTube. It tells me I'm live, but then there's nothing there, so hang tight. Sign in. I think it's this one. I think. Oh, no. Not now. Hang on a second. Oh, hey, I see people there. So hang on. I'm just trying to pull this up. So give me 1 second. I have to put a password in. Figures, right? Yes, it's me. Okay. So just hang tight. This is all new for me on YouTube. And Facebook's just having all kinds of issues today. Even though it says Facebook currently is not. But I'm loving it says streaming to YouTube. I'm just trying to pull it up so I can read your comments. Hold on a second. Let me continue. Okay. Where's my account? Here I am. And we're trying to find out how do I get to lives. Hang on a second. I know there's a way to do it. Lives. Nope. Hang on a second. It tells me. Let me get in there just for a second. I was there. Close. Hi. Okay, I got it. I got it. I'm super excited. Yay. This is what happens when Facebook goes down. Sorry, Facebook. Yay. So, I'm super excited because I've never used my Movo in the shop to go live on YouTube, which is huge for me. So hi Kim, hi Nadine, hi Shantae, hi Kim, hi Gina, hi Renee, hi Gail. Let's see. Nadine says, we're actually not that far from each other, just over the piece arch border. Okay, so YouTubers, welcome. It's the first time, so I get to change my whole thing because it doesn't apply to, it's a switch, it's a flip-flop now. So before we get started, a couple housekeeping items. You guys have seen this on all my replays, but you're actually catching this live, so you can ask me questions. I can reply to you. I can see your comments. So if you are watching this on YouTube and you want to save this tutorial, click the save button down below. If you really want to help me out, if you guys can like and share this post on YouTube, that would help out huge. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but Facebook's just being wonky. And it was weird because I just did a class in my private group on Facebook, but groups and pages are different in Facebook. And Facebook, you guys just need to get together and figure stuff out. Go back to basics, because that's what people want. They want simplicity. not complex. Hi, is it Tamaria? What a pretty name. She said, hello from Minnesota. Thank you, Kim. She says, watching on YouTube, liked and shared. That is huge for you guys. So, and we've done the whole thing. So if you want to be notified when I go live, make sure you subscribe to this channel. So hit the subscription bell, click on subscribe, I think down below in the description box, however that's set up for YouTube viewers. That is an option you have. Facebook viewers, if you're catching this, you're watching it on replay because Facebook would not work today. So we're making all the things. We're doing all the things. Let me really quick hop over to Facebook and make sure everybody knows, hey, Kat's over there on YouTube. Okay. Let's see. Discard this post. Let's see. Do we have anything popping up on YouTube? It's posting to Facebook. So excited. Oh, just streamlined my life like you would not imagine. Oh, if you could just see the back end process. I think I'll do that one day. Would you guys like to walk with me in a day in my life to see what I actually go through every day as a small business owner? I'm not sure you guys would like to see that, but okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Last housekeeping item, if you guys would love to join my private group. This is the last year that I'm doing the Back to Basics classes. So it covers everything from the wreath and design side, and then also from the business side. I literally walk you step by step through all the things. How to open up a Facebook business page, how to open an Etsy shop, how to use Instagram and Pinterest for free marketing, and even TikTok. How to set up an email distribution list and how to use that to help your business. And then on the design side, all the basics, like this is what we're learning. All the prep stuff, all the things that exist for a wreath maker, which you should get, what can you save for later. But if you're interested, there's 96 lessons in that course, and you get it included for free just by being a private group member. So if you're interested, go to KatsCreationsNMore.com, and the very first link is private group. You can join monthly, you can join yearly, you can join lifetime. I'd love to have you be a part of that group. And it's not that Back to Basics is going away. It'll just be offered as a course so that all the people who have gone through and graduated their basic training are now going to level up, and they're going to go into the next level of training. So there's that. Okay, I am going to pivot you guys down. I went out of YouTube and let's see, making sure I can see comments. Okay, go. I was there and now I popped out. Here we go. Click. It is slow. It is slow. Okay. I think it's just catching up. So I don't know what's going on. Just give me 1 second because this is all totally new for me. And I lost my comments. I had comments. Let me see. YouTube. That's why I was looking at Facebook. So all the things. I'm going to go ahead and pivot you down. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'll cover all the materials. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave those in the comments and I will be happy to answer them. So hang tight. You guys are going for a short little ride. Ooh. Okay. That looks wonky. Why does that look crooked? There we go. I feel like the boat was slightly tilted. Okay. Yay. Hi, JCat, says JCat. Good evening. Hi, Debbie. Hello from South Carolina. Hi, MK Bates. Hi from Oklahoma. Welcome. Hi, AJ. Kim says, love all your wreath tutorials. Well, I'm super excited because if this works out, this is where we're going to start going live. because I like it so much better. So we are using, I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is the Unique in the Creek rectangle board. This measures 13 inches by 3.5 inches, and it's just wafer thin. So we're going to be creating a lavender spring bunny. It's like a rail or swag. This is what it's called. So if you guys have never seen this before, you guys are totally in for a treat. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wire this together. So I'm going to take my purple pipe cleaners and I'm going to put a pipe cleaner, oops, from the other end, Cat, from the other end. There we go. Right through here. Make sure that they're fairly even. We're going to twist, twist, twist. And we're going to do one on the other side. It does actually have letters on the board, so it goes A through J. So I'm technically putting them in row A and row J. The beginning and the end, right in the center. Then we're going to go ahead and do it right in the center again. Just like this. Make sure you have equal amounts. Twist, twist, twist. Boy, this will throw my husband off. I'd be like, I went to Facebook, you weren't there. Nope. And I'm so glad I didn't have to do backdoor coding to get in, because I'm just so over that. Okay, so there's 4. We're putting in a total of 8. Then we're going to skip a hole, and we're going to do the next 2 on all the way around the sides. So 1 here, and I'm doing lavender because our bunny's lavender. Hi, Anna! She says, I love the YouTube live. So do I. Oh my word. Facebook just is having issues. Because I pulled up Facebook and it says all kinds of people are having all kinds of issues. People are getting blank screens when they're logging in and all the things. So I'm like, I don't have time for this. I don't want to just record and then upload videos because that's not fun. Okay, so you see we've done 2 on the end, 2 in the middle. We're putting 2 on the outside, and then I'm putting 2 over here again. And then before we start to add our deco mesh and all the other things, we're going to add a hanger. Okay, although I actually like my hanger a little lower, so I am going to just do pipe cleaner, because then I can change this out if I don't like it. So I'm going to put a pipe cleaner here, and then back through the other side. And I'm going to twist a little ways up like this, so that when I go to pull this, I have a hanger in the back. Did you see that? And if I want to keep it, that's why I've only twisted it once. If I want to keep it there, I'll just go ahead and snip the ends off and we'll be good. If I decide that I want to bring it up a little higher here, we definitely can do that. The problem with rails is a lot of times if we hang from the top, they have a tendency of looking a little low on the door. So I find that if you hang them up a little higher, like right in the upper portion, the like upper half, you'll get a better look on your door. So that's funny. Hi, C Acres. Hello from West Virginia. Hi, Joan. So happy you came to YouTube Live. Me too. So much easier. Anna says you should consider doing your lives here from here. So much better. I agree. Okay, so we've got our pipe cleaners. I'm moving them out so you can see the positions that I've laid these on that rectangle Unique in the Creek board. We are taking a natural ivory and cream. It's like a jute burlap. These are cut to 20-inch pieces and we're going to ruffle these. So that's our step. You only need 8 pieces. So the materials on this is a lot less, but the design impact is going to be powerful. Okay, we are still putting our finished edges towards the inside. I'm going to start here. 2 twists. We're going to leave our pipe cleaners in, and we're just going to fill those 8 spaces with Deco mesh ruffles. So just imagine a line right up the center. Oops. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and lay the next one over, just right here. So we're creating a Deco mesh base for our swag. Joan says, it sure is easier for me. I've had a hard time catching on Facebook, and sometimes Facebook kicks us off all the time. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep going. So if you guys can do me a favor and just make sure that you hit like and share, that really helps YouTube to say, hey, we want more content like this. And so YouTube will make content like this more readily available for those of you that are interested. So like as we're connecting, I'm just kind of folding the edges over just like this. And so we're just creating a Deco mesh bed. Just like so. Okay. So now I'm going across, and you're going to start to see that, hey, that really overlaps the other side quite a bit. So super simple. Just take your Deco mesh, push it all the way into the center of the board. Because like I said, we're just creating the base. Don't worry about all the things on top of here. And I'm just going to definitely make sure that my ends cover the middles a little bit more. So this will give me a better coverage on those corners than what I had. Just like that. You saw how I just lifted this and tucked it inside this so that they're kind of staggered over one another. So like this one is like impeding on this location. So I'm going to lay it right on top. Oops. There's that. So we're going right up over the top. Just placing that right on top. Just 2 twists. Fan these out just like this. We don't want to leave like not good coverage on the sides, so just make sure you've got that nice overlap happening. So we've kind of created this little swag thing going on. Hi, Linda. She says, I love Unique in the Creek boards, right? They make our lives as wreath makers so much easier. You know what's funny is I should show you how I used to make the Christmas tree wreaths before Unique in the Creek came out with their rectangle board. You guys would laugh. It would feel like what people did before cell phones were invented almost. So I'm going to go ahead and put my side piece here before I put this last end piece on. And you can see this is the size of our design. And I'm so glad I did not do the large bunny. I went with the much smaller bunny. I'll show you both. Because I was going to do white rabbit. So 2 twists. Make sure we've got good coverage all the way around. Make sure you know where your pipe cleaners are, so pull those to the outside. Here we're going to put in that last piece, and it's going to go right on the top. Okay. I already have my glue gun on because we're going to be adding lavender. Is it Liane or Leanne? She said, how long are you cutting your mesh? I have cut 8 pieces to 20-inch lengths. And because this is that jute mesh, we have to use a rotary cutter. So this is the length. So deco mesh end to deco mesh end is 24 inches long. And then deco mesh end to deco mesh end is 15 inches wide. And by the time we finish, it'll be probably about 5 inches high. So that's a really good, and it takes up a good chunk of space. So we're going to be adding, this is our Deco Mesh bunny. He's a Sisal bunny. So S-I-S-A-L, Sisal bunny. He's going to be the star, and we're going to take him a little bit higher than our Deco Mesh is going to end, because we're going to put a gorgeous bow down here, and then we're going to fill it full of lavender and lamb's ear florals, ribbons, and all of the things. He is from Shinoda, or should I say she is from Shinoda. You can also get these at Craft Outlet if they have any available. And what you're going to need to know is the measurement of the head. And sometimes they measure from the end of the bow, which seems really unfair because then that's 24 inches. But I would measure it from the bottom of the bow tie up. And we're at 16 inches and about 9 inches wide. Probably about 3.5 inches tall, all the way to the end of his nose. So it only has a space for, obviously, if you're going to hang it just by itself. I'm actually going to snip this. We're going to tape the ends so that we can pull this through. Otherwise, this will start to unravel. So I'm just going to scotch tape the ends. This is a trick from Joanne's. Joanne's told me, oh, just scotch tape the ends before you cut them, and then they just won't unravel. And I was like, brilliant, but simple. So this will just make sure that I can feed this through those holes in the center of the board. Let's go this way. Okay, so I've got my ends, and I'm looking at where I want it to be. Like I said, I want it to be a little bit higher, but not much higher. Like, I want the ends of the ears to extend, but not too much. So if I lay it this way, you guys can see it in its full length. So what I'm going to do is, right before I go ahead and do that, I want to add a pipe cleaner because I want to secure the bottom part of the head. Otherwise, it'll just kind of flop. So I am going to go right under the bow. So I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and just pull it nice and snug. Just a light twist so that I have an anchor point for the top and an anchor point for the bottom. Okay, so for the bottom, it's going to be down in here somewhere, and I do have a hole here. So I'm going to go ahead and feed that in. And I'm going to pull it. And then I'm going to try to find the opposite hole. Usually, if we can look, I'm going to flip them over. This is what I'm doing. I have pulled my pipe cleaner up through the end. I'm going to twist, twist, twist. Okay. So that the bottom half of the bunny is in. Now we need to get the top half in. That one's going to be a little challenging because this doesn't want to go through Deco Mesh. So let me grab, I'm going to try to do fish tape kind of thing, because guys do this all the time when they're running wires. I am just wiring together my twine. It just came off. Okay, it just came off. It just pulled right out. So that'll work. No need to fish tape it. So now we will do some work down here in the back. So I am just running my finger under that little part of the felt. Trying to get under there so that I can push my pipe cleaner through. Hoping. Let's do floral wire. that pipe cleaner is a little too soft. It's just bending, trying to go through the felt. So we will So I'm hoping you guys can see this. I'm just running both of my fingers through there so there's a gap. Oh Lord. Why is that so... It just does not want to go through. Wow. That is the first I've actually seen something that does not want to go through that felt backing. So we're going to give it some assist with scissors. And I'm trying to get this to, you guys can see, where did I poke my hole in here? There we go. Hold on, I got it. Got it through one. Got to go through the other side. Okay. I think I did this wrong. Now that I thought about that. Hold on a sec. I needed to actually... I needed to get the other side through. I was like poking the same side through. I need to get the other side. Wow, there's a lot of junk in there. I wish you could see all the stuff that's behind this rabbit head. Okay. I am straightening that out. So I've got to take my wire and go past. A little help there, Lord. Poke it through. There we go. Oh, I can't grab the wire. Oh, no. I get it through, and then the end is so short. Hang on. All this because I ran it the wrong way. So I'm trying to go through the center. And I've had it so many times. I cannot believe how strong this felt backing is. Okay. Trying to get that straightened out. Let's do it this way. Oh, now you can't really see. I'm just so afraid I'm going to lose one end as I try to push the other end through. There's just so much stuff in between those sides. So let me try to just feed my wire through. It's because there's so much styrofoam in there. And the styrofoam is getting, the wire is getting lost in the styrofoam. Okay, hold on. I'm going in. You can see how difficult it is to try to run wire through this little end, and I have a hole right in here. And so I have my pipe cleaner. I swear this whole tutorial should be over before we like just wire in the rabbit's head. I always get it. There is our purple. All that just for that. And then I got to get this one through, just this side. Ugh, what a pain. Just to secure his head, her head. So I'm thinking that's the problem. Thinking it should be relatively easy to get the other end through, since we're just going this way, popping it through. But I know what it is. It's the wire for the ear. It just keeps getting caught on the ear wire. I'm trying to find an easy way to still keep it on camera. And I have my hole. I should have just used my needlepoint needle, but it's inside of my sewing box, because it would have just been boop boop and we're done. Okay, we are in position and our pipe cleaner is bending. We are so right there. I have it. What a nightmare. It should have been relatively simple to do that. Now it'll go through no problem without fish tape. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to line up some holes here. And we're going to punch this through. And try to secure that. Let's find our holes. Making sure I'm in the center. And I want to make sure that I have my I'm using my needle nose pliers to push that through the mesh, through the hole. There's one. I got one side. I'm trying really hard not to lose the other side in the midst of everything. So it's just got to work it through one layer at a time. So I'm through the first layer, pull it through. I am right there. It's just my pipe cleaner keeps bending. I'm just going to hook this on here so I can't pull it through on my hanger. Small confined spaces. I'm trying to make sure, can you feel that coming through, Kat? So you can see where the end is. I must be way off base. There we go. Okay. Oh, Lordy. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. We're pulling the head down. Should not take that long. Word to my next live. Hi, Rocio. She said, I feel your pain. I think we've all been there a time or two. No kidding. And of course, when you're doing it live, it never works. So this is what I've done. I basically just tied it in. We're pushing that through. We're going to twist the end of this. Okay, till we get it all twisted up. I'm going to cut the end off because I don't need that much. And then I'm just going to take it and push it back through the center of the board. Here's our hanger. Here's the rabbit. Rabbit is in. Okay, we are good. Let's make sure we've got fluffy bow. We've got the ears. Ears are on. Thank God they didn't fall off. Okay. What should have just honestly taken a handful of seconds. And of course, when you're not doing it live with people watching you, you'll be able to get it in, no problem. I didn't think that we were going to have to rewire the whole bunny head. I thought it would go in relatively smooth. We are going to add the ribbon tails to the outside, then we'll build the bow, and then we'll embellish with florals. So really simple. These are our ribbon combinations. I am doing an 1.5 inch solid lavender because we went with a neutral base. So we're going to elevate the purples into that deco mesh instead of doing a purple base and then putting purple ribbon on top of it. It's like the only thing that would stick out would be the rabbit's face and his ears. That's it. So I'm pairing that with the kind of like a basket weave on a plaid. This is from Craft Outlet. The 1.5 inch is from Craft Outlet. We're coming in and we're going to add some half bows, keep it kind of romantic, little feminine looking with the macrame lacy kind of ribbon. These are 19-inch pieces, Craft Outlet for the win. And then we're doing a 2.5-inch gingham to match the gingham ribbon in the bow from Crinkle Designs. I've done 4 of each. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a combo here. And I'm going to put one on top of the other. We're going to fold it. We're going to gather up the center. And then I'm going to go in and tuck this into the center. Just like this. It's going right under the rabbit's cheek. And I'm cutting the pipe cleaner off at what I don't use. So that little tail is getting tucked back into the center. And then we are just going to fan this out so that we can see both of those ribbons. We're going to skip and put our next one in, which is the gingham. So this is just going to right up the center. I am going to tuck this right in here. One twist and fan that 2.5 inch out. And then these are cut to 19 inches and they don't have the dovetail ends on them because I'm doing something called a half bow. So about 2 inches from the top, I'm going to come in. We're going to add that right to that center of our pipe cleaner. We're going to give it a couple twists. Remove the excess. Tuck that into the center. We're going to open the loop, and then we're going to fluff these ends out so that you can see a bit of both, just like that. Okay, and then I'm coming down. I'm just going to roll up his ribbon tails for now. I don't think I'm going to use them because I want to do a nice bow instead of a long tail like that. So back to the center. Oops, sorry. These ones go together. Back to the center. Squish up. And we're going to twist. We're going to remove the excess, just like this. Tuck that back into the center. And then just go ahead and fluff those out. You're seeing now how the purple really plays to that neutral beige. Okay, we're back to our gingham, right up the center. I'm going to pull these ones down. Trying to get my pipe cleaner out. The bottom half was stuck. Fan that out. we're going to do our half bow. So I'm just bringing the edges together, go up about 2 inches, and we're going to tuck that in. Twist, twist, twist. Remove the excess. This time, because we have a loop, we're going to go around the back, open the loop, and then fan out our tails, just like that. Coming back in here. Sorry, Mr. Bunny. We're going to tuck you under the bow tie for now. Grab these. Fold them up to find the middle. Gather. This is going right underneath his bow again. Remove that. Tuck the end back to the center. And then fan those out. Just like that. I kind of like the gingham to kind of be up and over. Okay, back up here by his hat. We're gingham. We're going to place that right inside. Fan that out. Grab our ribbon, 2 inches up. Hi, Guadalupe. Dale says, you're more patient than me. I'd be in the other room by now trying to recover, grabbing the hot glue gun, right? Oh, believe me, I was like, are you kidding? The things going on in my head, I'm like, okay. I know that if I get really impatient and I get frustrated, I have a tendency of like getting like really agitated. So I'm like, calm. It'll go in. Give it some time. You'll get there. Okay, so I'm going to put the other one right here on the other side, and then we'll put the top bow or the top loops in. Right, it would be so much easier just to glue it. But this way, I don't know if you ever wanted to take him out, you could. And I'm that kind of designer that I don't like to hot glue anything. Like if I do a dog paw print wreath and I add a dog toy, I like to make it to where you could take the dog toy out and just give it to the dog. You know, like maybe after a couple seasons and you're like, nah, we're going to get something different. So I like it to where you can take some things out. Just like this. And I'm actually going to trim these up a little bit because they're hanging down a little further than what I would like. So I'm probably taking about 1 inch off of that because I want them to end at the same place where the tails do. I don't like them extending beyond that point. So I'm just going in and I cut between the little loop sections. That way they won't unravel on me. Okay, just like that. So it's going like 1, 2, 3, and I'll cut 1, 2, 3. Oop. There we go. 3. Cutting on the 4th. Same thing here. Right in between. Just so that it kind of squares up to where the other 12-inch tail is. And I'm going to take and bend my rabbit's ears up. They are wired. So that I can get this last one in. Up. And go straight in. Remove the excess, tuck that little end up, and then just fan out your ribbon so that you see all the colors right inside. Now we'll flip her back a little bit. Okay, so that's what rabbit looks like so far. So it does have these really long tails where if you didn't want to do a bow, you could just leave the tails. We're gonna do a bow and I'm gonna put long tails in it. So I'm thinking we might want to trim that down, but let's go ahead and make the bow and then we'll make the determination because I think I want the bow tie to be there. I'm making an executive decision. I'm cutting the tails off. So I'm going to go right in, right under the bow tie because you're not going to see it. The ribbon's going to snug right under the center, just like so. Okay. Tuck that under. I'm just trying to get the ruffle under there so we can see her cute little bow tie. Okay. So what do you guys think so far? There's the rabbit. And I'm telling you, this stuff, it's not like a true felt. It's got like a weird plastic backing. So that's why I was struggling with doing all the things. I'm going to push this off to the side. We're going to make a bow. And let's get all the ribbon players out here. Okay, so we have these. I think I want to take it all 1.5 inches and make it a small bow. So if we do that, I'm going to go with a smaller gingham. I'm going to add in some neutral, and I'm going to add in another one of these. So let me play with the colors. I want this one on the end. Along with that, maybe this. I'm calculating backwards. Let's break these up. Let me look. Let's try that. See if we can get that combo to work all the way through. I'm introducing the natural because the outside and because of the bunny. So we're going to start with the purple. I'm going to move it forward. And I'll tell you where all the other ribbon came from. So we're going to dovetail the ends, which is wired edges together. And we're going to cut from the folded side, always the folded side. Once you bring your wired edges together, you're going to go from the folded side down to the wired point, just like so. Okay. Now, depending upon how deep you want that V, will determine where do you start your cut. You can come up, as long as your destination point is always the same, the end of that ribbon, you can come up really deep, but you're going to eat away at a lot of your ribbon just to get a V in there. So I do mine fairly light, but noticeable. So I'm going to measure out 10 inches from my start line. I'm going to gather, and we're going to twist. Thank you, Joan. She says absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to twist again. And so what you're going to see me constantly do is bring my bow dabber back to this 10-inch line. That way I can take this crease, keep it lined up with my 10-inch line, so that when I pull this out, I should be at 5.5 inches. If not, just make the adjustment until it ends right here at 5.5. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, I think this one's like way over. So back to the 10. Stretch it out. It's actually, we're actually right on the money. It felt really long. And then we're going back out 10 inches. We're going to cut. We are going to dovetail the end again. I always go through the exact same process, and I've been making my bows, not the exact same bow, but I go through the process. You know, always start with a dovetailed end, always end that ribbon with a dovetailed end, so I don't forget. Now we're going to take this crisscross smaller It's about as close as I can get to this one, going 1.5 inch size. This one is from Craft Outlet as well. So dovetail the end, wired edges together, cut from the fold to the wired point. Okay, dovetail end. Now we're going to measure 9.5 inches. So we're going to gather in at 9.5. We're going to twist, place it right down the center of your bodabra. And this time we're going to measure 5-inch tails. So just kind of guess, bring it over, stretch it out, see where it ends, pull it back if you need to. When you're right on the money, flip it over. Do the same on the other side. Measure. We're right at 5. We want to be at 9.5 here. So right here. Dovetail the end. Doesn't matter whether you do it right side out or wrong side out, just as long as you get it in there. That's in. Now we're going to do this. It is called white circular pearls on beige, I think is exactly, and it's Craft Outlet. So this is going to bring in that kind of like a romantic feel a little bit. Okay. And we're going to go with 9-inch tail, even. I'm bringing down the length of my tails by a 1/2 inch each ribbon I add. I will only be adding a grand total of 6. Here, we want 4.5 inch tails. So as long as everything measures up, do it on the other side. Verify your lengths, making sure it winds up where you want it to. And then go back out 9 inches. Dovetail your end. And that one's done. I love this ribbon. I've been a fan of this color for a long time. Just the little circular pearls. Okay, now we're taking our gingham. And we are going to go dovetail in. This time it's going to be 8.5 inches. So measure 8.5 inches in, twist, place it inside, and then we're going to go the same size loop. So we're going to go 4.5. So because we've already measured the pearl, just put your finger in the pearl and in the gingham and pull till they're even. Then go do it on the other side. It's a little shortcut, but we still need to make sure that our ribbon ends at 8.5 right here, and put our dovetail end on it. Do you guys have any questions that I can answer? Because normally I don't talk to the YouTubers. I normally just go through, read your comments, reply to the comments. Now's your time to ask questions. This is for you. Okay, now we're going to use this lace edge right here. Kind of like feeling a little bit feminine. Kind of goes with our macrame. This one is going to be 8 inches long. We're going to gather and twist. And then we're going to do 4-inch loops. So coming down another 1/2 inch. Just make sure they line up. Going up and over. This particular ribbon is from Kringle Designs with a K, so Kringle Designs. And we're right at 4. And then we want to be right at 8. And we want to dovetail the end. Just like that. And that one's done. I'm almost out of that ribbon. Thank Thanks, Kim. She said super cute. I'm hoping he's going to come out. She. It's a she. Could be a guy. I'm not going to dovetail the ends on this one, but I am going to measure 7.5 inches. I'm going to lay that in. We're going to go 3.5 inches for our loop. Okay, we're going to just make sure that falls within our 3.5 inches. Measure the other side. Three and a half, and then back out to 7.5, and that should end right here. There we go. And that one's done. Literally, that's all I have. So that one's done. Okay. I am going to get a white pipe cleaner. We're going to bend this into a U shape. I'm going to pick up this entire stack, both sides. So I'm pressing with my fingers at the bottom and my thumbs at the top, pressing so that it's like a club sandwich. We want to keep that stacked. We're going to drop our pipe cleaner down. Going to hold it at the bottom, and then you're going to twist the whole stack. So much easier. Margie says, just curious if you don't mind, how do you store your ribbon? So if it's a small season like St. Patrick's Day, Mardi Gras, Valentine's Day, they go in individual totes because I generally don't carry that many. I might have like, I don't know, 12 or 14 rolls of those color palettes. And then keep in mind that I can go and grab like just generic red and white or anything else from any of the other seasons and pull those over. So those go in clear plastic, large totes that are labeled in clear so that you can see what holiday and what's in those totes. So those go in there, and all of the big time seasonals like Christmas, I'm looking patriotic, I'm like thinking spring, Halloween, fall, and I think I did Christmas and winter. They're all on racks. I'll take pictures, and if you go over to my Facebook page, I can share the photos there because I can't share photos on YouTube, at least none that I know of. And then I have a giant wall of what I call everyday ribbon. It's just separated by colors, so like reds, blues, greens, whites. I have 50 and 100 yard spools on the backdrop behind me, which I can show you. But everything's on huge racks, so I can literally just walk right up and see everything. So it makes it so much easier. Let's fluff on the board. Normally I just fluff on the actual design, but I'm going to add my C-hook here. I usually take it off just because me or my husband have a tendency, if we like set something on the counter, we forget it's there, and we've had to like replace it a couple times. But it's just a C-hook, and this is on a 24 by 24 by 1 inch thick piece of pre-cut lumber with just peel and stick wood grain little strips of sticky tile to it. Literally, look, it's just a piece of plywood with a C-hook in it. But it looks really good when you're making bows to sell, because this becomes a prop board for you. And when you place everything in here, you can take a picture of the board because you have a nice presentation. So it's fluff board / prop board. So knowing that this is a bottom bow, we are going to pull all the ribbon tails to the bottom. So just super simple, because it's going to go below her bow tie. See, bow tie would be guy. Okay, so there is all the ribbon tails at the bottom. We are going to start from the top, and we are going to grab the top two, and you're just going to lift and fluff. From here, same thing, put your fingers inside the loops. This is why we use wired ribbon. Oop, I'm going to crisscross so that we have, it looks nice when you have opposing views. You can do them the same way if you want, just whichever way you want to fluff. And then here, I'm going to leave the gingham in the middle, but I'm going to pull this one up. So the next two, this is going to come right there so that that macrame falls right in between. Here, I'm going to go different. I'm going to pull my gingham up right here and the little dots down below so that they're right there. So there's my little crisscrosses. Everything's directly up opposite, kind of falls in between. And then the last two, again, just decide what you want where your pattern is. And then you're going to do the opposite on the other side. Or you can do the same. How you construct your bow and what you want to see where is entirely up to you. You decide. Like, I want that between these two, and then this between that. So that goes between that. And this is going between that. And then we have our tails. So carefully, you're just going to run those through your fingers. You're so welcome, Margie. Big, huge wall racks of ribbon. When I first started, I kept them. We had an extra bedroom in our home that I divided into my craft room. So I got like a closet organizer with the wired shelves. And then I would just put them on the wired shelves, like just stack them so that I could see all the colors. Okay. So I'm going to pull this one under. So just however you want to see your colors, just lay those out however you would like. But that's how you get that little arc back in your bows. And so when I flip this around, there's our pretty bow for the rabbit. And we're just going to pop that off, that hook. Put this back. And now we're going to put the bow on our rabbit. So you can decide if you don't want to have, like if you want to see that bow, maybe you want to have a bigger degree of separation here. So just bring all your loops down a little bit so that we can incorporate the rabbit's gingham bow. And so now we have to do that fun thing. I swear I'm bringing in my my needle so that I am kind of like gauging where's the holes at in the board. I think they're a little high. So right there is where my the wire is, and that's coming in here. If I dropped it a little bit lower, it would look like, I think it's down too far. Oops. Let me look. Got it stuck. So if I just pull this back, there's a lot of mesh in there. Wow, I was going way too high. It would be right here for our bow. But let's try that. Let's try low. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there so I can take one of my pipe cleaners. And I'm going to kind of follow that down. I'm going to pull that out. Hey, that worked. Hey, that worked. So I got that in right away. Let's go ahead and do this on this side too. I just don't want to lose it. Why would we do that? Okay, I'm looking at where's my board. Oh, I need to go up higher. I was going too low. Because if I got my needle, I could pull it up. I'm just trying to find it. Let's pull this back So much easier when you move the Deco mesh out. Okay, I was there. It's just a lot of Deco mesh going in. Okay. I mean, a lot of Deco mesh going inside that little hole. I'm there. I just need to work it. And I'm there. I got it. Okay. And I'm going to move that in here in a second. I want to pull it so it is not snug to the level of the board, but just snug in a sense that move my Deco mesh in and under so that I can move this stuff out so that the bow sits on top of the Deco mesh and not the other way around. Okay, then I can pull this one up. We can let it kind of come out a little bit further, just like that. There is our rabbit. Look how pretty. I'm gonna make sure, just so I don't accidentally pull it out, I'm gonna twist it. Okay, now we're gonna add some florals. And if you want to bring the bow back up, you can bring the bow up. You can kind of tuck it under the loops if you want. It's entirely up to you. Just like so. And if you don't want the bow tie, take the bow tie off and just butt the ribbon right up underneath. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. I haven't decided. I could. And then it could just butt right up underneath her chin. Okay, let's add our florals. Florals, florals, florals. Super simple. All from Hobby Lobby. We are going to be pairing lamb's ear. Just like that. Lamb's ear, I use it on the garland because it's easier and it's better for the price point. And then these are from Sims Pottery. So this is my favorite lavender because I love the way it feels. I love the way it looks. It holds up really well in the weather. So when you're breaking down your garland, you're always going to have these weird pieces. Let's start here. So it has these little spike ends. Like this, you see it's got like little 3 pieces. You're going to cut it right at the end, but then you're going to remove those little pieces so that you have an actual stem that can actually go in to the wreath. And because these leaves, they should be to where you can twist them, I like to make sure that they're at least facing in the right direction. And you can just kind of decide where you want to place them. I'm going to cut a couple pieces and then determine, do I like the way they are? So always right before the next bunch of leaves. I'm not thrilled with that one. I don't like the way it looks. Looks flat. Like I like that one. It's soft and fuzzy. And I always try to turn these around. So we're going to stick a couple here. Just like in those little empty spots. Still not happy with that one. So right at the base. It's always going to be right at the base of the leaves. Sometimes you get this weird thing, which is just a garland holder. Just trim them all off. Just like that. And I'm going to kind of come in. I like that one there. I'm going to kind of come in here. Right underneath the rabbit. And we'll probably tuck some in up here. Just like that. So I'm just placing the greenery where I would like to see it. My scissors work much quicker. Tuck like this one. Right under here. I definitely feel like we need something closer to the top. Here's that stem. Okay, separate from the rest. Gonna tuck one in over here. I'm trying to work the rest of what's on the card so that I can pull this off completely and toss. And once I decide where they're going to go, then we can start to glue them all in. But this allows me to make last minute changes in, do I really want to put that there? Or do I not? So I don't want them to be like way crazy. Now the lavender pigs, this is the interesting thing. They are all individuals, so you can just pull them all off. Or you can use the whole pick, but I'm not using the whole pick. I like the little individual pieces because I prefer to do mine my own way and create a display that I like I like that. So let's, before I get too carried away, I'm going to go ahead and go in and glue that in place. And then I can come in here like this, glue the end, kind of tuck that in. Again, glue. Deco Mesh and glue are like besties. I don't know if you knew that or not, but they are. So again, creating. I just like doing my own thing. Creating my own picks. Now, if you were really, really bad about deciding what you wanted to put where, you could buy pre-made picks and just insert the whole thing in. Okay, like you could put the whole pick itself in. Like, take what you need off of it, and then if you wanted to, you could bring that in and add that whole pick, which I like. I like it right there. So I'm going to trim this up. Thanks, Rocio. This is turning out so adorable. I love all the purples and lavenders. Yeah, I kind of felt like I'm a fan at spring of whatchamacallit, sage and lavender are like my favorite colors for spring. So that just made a really nice pick for that. Let's go ahead and grab another one. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. You saw what happened. We pulled off the bottom 5 till we had like a pretty nice pick there. I'm going to cut that down. We're going to go ahead and place this right about there. Let's go ahead and glue the rest of our greenery in. Just like so. And then we're going to glue our pick. And I'm going to tuck that right inside. Just like that. Okay. Going to come over here and we're going to finish adding in where we added our greenery. We're going to add some more lavender. Oops, I want to go under and over. Kind of gives you the illusion that our rabbit is kind of like peeking out from lavender, all arrayed in her spring finest. What do you guys think so far? Okay. We are just about finished. We're just adding all of our floral details. Go ahead and pop that in. And right in here. I just kind of have them going in like a little, like a trio, like out to the side. Okay. One more pick, because we're going to put one at the very, very top. Going to pull a couple of these off so we can get that down to the pick we want. We'll add some to our bow. Okay, happy with that. We're going to go ahead and going to add that one right in there. Let's remove all those things that are going to prohibit it from settling where I would like it to settle. And I'm just actually going in and adding this right into our Deco mesh. Those like Deco mesh pockets that we created. I need one more. Let me go in. There we go. I need another pick. This is for the other side. My husband would like this because he's very balanced. He's like, if it's on this side, then it needs to be on the other side. And I'm like, not necessarily. I mean, technically, it doesn't have to be. And then I'm just going to add the rest of my trio to those little pieces, because we only did like, I think I did 2. That one has 3. That one only has 2. So I'm just coming in and adding in my third. Let's put those all over there. This over here. You can see we did very minimal. Oh, I didn't attach the greenery to the bottom. Let's add another lavender pick right here too. Just so that it'll feel like it's like a nice little lavender bunny. Right there. And then I can just pull off just the handful. There we go. Trim, trim, trim. Because then they get stuck when I go to push them in to the Deco mesh part. Okay, right in. Oop, trying to get it in and under. Oh, this looks so pretty, you guys. I'm going to attach a couple pieces just right here into our bow so that it'll connect the whole thing. So just adding those right into the center, and we are good to go. Everything else is set and ready to go. Okay, ready to see it on the door? I'm gonna lift you up. Okay, hold on. Oops. Okay, I think we're right there. So I apologize if this went long. This is my first time doing a YouTube live. As you guys well know, I'm normally on Facebook, so I had to make sure everything worked so that I can actually interact and talk to you and answer your questions. So let's put Miss Lavender up on the door. So this is a normal 36-inch door. It is a full-size door, just like it would be on your home, which gives your customer an instant idea without you having to put in what the measurements are on the product. We've got our hanger to the back. So we're going to go ahead and come over here. And we're going to add her to the door. Now black doors will show all your imperfections. It'll show wherever you have glue threads missing, like right in here. It just allows me to see everything. And then here is our bow. And there is Miss Bunny. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can actually see that. There she is. I think she's straight. Why does that look odd? There we go. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see that. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure. And should be zooming in a second. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. You found me. Facebook was being mean today. Didn't want to play nice. So, that's why I'm saying if you hang it higher up, it has a better placement on the door than if we were to hang it at the very end of the rail. That's actually my last rail, if you guys can believe that. Lori was nice enough from Unique in the Creek. She sent me some. Lori, if you're watching, I'd love some more. This is what we have created with Unique in the Creek's new boards. Let me move this. It feels so far away. Normally it's much closer. I feel like it's far away. Okay, so there is our spring bunny in all of her glory. This is perfect because it serves spring and Easter. So you can put it up on your door anytime after, I don't know, whenever you put your spring wreaths up, and it'll get you all the way through Easter, because it could be Easter bunny, but it is definitely made to be a spring seasonal bunny with lots of lavender. So any other questions I can answer for you? Thank you, Joan. Elizabeth says, I'll have to watch replay. Joan says, great job. Love watching you make wreaths. You're so inspiring. Thank you so much. Linda says, beautiful wreath. Gina says, beautiful. Let's do this on Thursday. Let's make this week YouTube week. On Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific, we're going to go live in YouTube. So 2 p.m. Pacific, which is 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what we're making just yet. I'm still in the whole thought process kind of thing. And oh, I'll show you the bunny I had thought to put on him. And he is so much more bigger. So this was the bunny I was going to use. So he is so much larger. Like, look at the size between the head. But you could definitely make him work. Here's how you would do it. You get 2 rectangle boards and you zip tie them together and make it longer. And then you have a longer swag and he can go longer down the door. This is just using the single rectangle board, and when you buy them, either from Craft Outlet, uniqueinthecreek.com, the Reshop, whoever else is carrying them, you get 2 for the same price. You get them in a set of 2. So it's up to you to decide how big or how long you want to go. But that is our spring bunny. Thank you guys for being my debut YouTube live. I appreciate it, and I hope you'll come back and watch on Thursday. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you share and like this tutorial, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Okay, everyone.